So yesterday was my 28th birthday and I thought let's make a video just to remind myself what I was doing yesterday. I actually went to a buffet and ate a lot. That's it. I think that's what I did. Spoke to my family, of course, back home, and nothing really special. Well, anyway, today we are making this video in order to inform you a little bit about financial side of the UK. First, when you come to the UK, I think I'm saying it because I think I've got a bit of experience on my back now. It's been a year that I'm in the UK, and I've tried to understand the system quite a bit. And I think now I can try to say a few words about it. I know there is a lot of advice on YouTube, and I'm not giving any financial advice here anyway. It's just me sharing my experiences. So grab a cup of tea and let's begin. So when I came to the UK, I had to open a bank account, which was quite a bit of difficulty because I tried Monzo and for some reason they rejected me. And then I tried other different branches of the bank and they were asking me to bring two proofs of address, and of course one form of ID which has a picture on it. Yeah, I had my passport, I had my BRP, which is known as biometric residence permit. It was fine, but only the proof of address. Where would I bring that from? Oh, it can't be a private landlord's tenancy agreement. It has to be either a council's tenancy agreement or proof of purchase of the house. I was like, how do I get that? Oh, then they said, and a letter from HMRC would be fine. HMRC is like Her Majesty of, I think, Revenue and Customs, if I'm not wrong. Uh, it's the tax department, commonly known as HMRC. Um, I did not get sent any letters from them because I just didn't have any salary coming into my account until about a month later. So that wasn't another option either. No council tax, no HMRC, and because I was living on my uh, like a rental place, I wasn't paying any council tax from my side. I wasn't paying any bills. So the third option was to provide a bill like electricity, water, gas that has my name on it, which of course I wasn't paying because I my rent included all of the utilities, so that wasn't one of the worries for me. But on the other side, I just couldn't get the third proof of address either. So yes, so many things that I just didn't have, and then they were asking credit card statement. If you have, you could have your address on it and then supply that to us. Well, I tried. I don't have a credit card, so I just couldn't do that either. And then you have to have your credit card for at least about 1.5 months for your statement to kick in, or maybe in it is minimum will be the for 30 days. But in realistically, I think I have to apply for it, wait for it to be delivered, and then start using it. And then whenever the threshold begin, I think I'm looking into 1 to 2 months for that credit card statement to come through. And of course, who will give me a credit card when I am literally new to the country? And by the way, this is a very juicy topic, so come back for another video which I'm literally going to create after this one, so I don't mix a lot of content all together. I think I'm going to talk about credit cards a little bit, and especially the credit scores, how to build it. I'm not very good at it, but at least I've got a little bit of kind of advice there, and as well as some of the reference agencies that you can check your credit scores on. Of course, you might know it more than me, but I'm just sharing my own experiences, how I found out about it, and how I had troubles logging in with some of them. But that's another topic, so we will get back to that. Address proof. So I didn't have my credit proof either, I mean credit statement either, so I just couldn't get that. What else do they accept as the proof of address? Well, I think something like if you are receiving some sort of benefits from the government, like council, if you're paying council tax, I think I mentioned that. But yeah, if you are receiving some benefits from the council and then letter comes to your house on your name, you could use that as a proof of address. Was not applicable in my case either, because I was working. And then I tried maybe my private residence paper, the tenancy contract. They said, no, that's not legit for us. We won't accept it. I asked my employer to write a letter for me, which can confirm the employment and as well as they can put my address on it. They did that. Wasn't accepted either. So I was just so kind of pissed on the whole system that when you come to the UK and you don't have all these things, and Monzo rejected me as well, which was really stupid of them. I don't know why they did that to me, and to this day, they haven't told me the reason. I did uh, reapply in August at some point last year, and then they still rejected me. They would never tell me why. So I just got so pissed on the whole system on how to settle, because basic thing is that you have to have a bank account in the country. I just couldn't do that. um yeah, and then my story just keeps going on and on. And I was told that, I mean, I researched a bit on Google that, oh, you could apply for your voters registration, maybe you'll get a ballot paper in your um, address, and then that has your address and that is taken as a proof of address. I was like, that's great, I'll apply that. I did that and it came after 1.5 months. So imagine how long you have to really wait for a bank account to be opened. So that was just one proof of address that I received. And of course, I had some problems in that address because that was from the hospital's accommodation. I had to move to a new one, which means I had to register for a new ballot paper and entirely rethink about my strategy. And also, that was another big issue here. Because my accommodation wasn't given long enough for me, as it was the hospital's initial accommodation. I had to move to the new one and I had to provide the new proof of address and stuff. So that was just really uh, really bad. Yeah, if I could use a bank statement, would also be considered as the proof of address. But did I have a bank in the UK? No. Did I have a bank abroad? Yes. Would they take a, a bank from abroad's bank statement? No, because it's not FSCS regulated. I don't know what FSCS stands for. It's like 85,000 deposit guarantee. If something were to happen in the UK financially, they'll save your 85,000 and let the rest go somewhere and waste. But yeah, FSCS regulated bank statement was needed, and that's what I was trying to do. If I already had an FSCS approved bank, which must have been in the UK, why would I be wandering around asking for a bank account? So I couldn't get that either. But I was also told you could also apply for provisional driving license, and then that has your address on it. Fair enough, let's do that. I researched on it. I couldn't apply online because of non British and non European and non biometric passport, which has a smart chip. My passport doesn't have one, so I had to apply manually, which means ordering something online, paying for it, and then they send you the forms. You fill them in, put your signatures on, put your real passport with it, and along with your BRP, which is biometric residence permit. I was so scared that I'm sending it to, I don't know where, to be honest. It was DVSA, so Department of Driving. Sent it to them, and I was just praying, please, please let them not lose my passport. So that came back about a month later, and I just yeah, and I was so happy. Basically, I thought, yeah, that's the end of the whole stupid game of opening a bank account here in the UK. So I received my passport, I received my BRP without any problems. Thankfully, they didn't lose it. And then I also received my provisional driving license, which was the second proof of address. I was so excited. I took all of them, went to the bank, and I opened my bank account. And I arrived in this country in January, remember, and my account wasn't opened until June of 2022. So it took me 6 months just to open an account. And where was I receiving all that money? Thanks to TransferWise, or commonly now known as Wise, because they changed their names. Companies really love changing their names nowadays. Anyway, so yeah, I had a Wise account on my name, and my salary was being transferred in that. Thankfully, my employer didn't ask for a British FSCS protected account, otherwise, I would have been totally effed. So, yeah, that didn't happen, thankfully. Um, yeah, so that's my story of how I opened my stupid UK's bank account, and it was horrendous. And now I have more than one account, luckily. I'm going to share more about my financial journey in the UK, how these credit cards and credit scores and all these things work here. Not that I am expert of it, I'm just sharing my experiences. So please help me understand more wherever I don't have enough understanding. I'll really appreciate your feedback, and please let me know where you guys are watching from. Put your, I don't know, country, cities, and what you guys do. Just let's be friends. I mean, in that sense, let's get to know each other. Get in touch with me on my social media. You have some links on my about section of YouTube. Just stalk me there, really, if you don't want to be friends. So do anything, really. Yeah, so yeah, let's catch you up in the next one, and till then, have a good rest of the day. Goodbye.